Thank you guys for having me. I'm extremely excited for the season. I leave for my first competition of the season in 2 days. So, it's going to be a great opportunity for me to put out my programs for the Olympic season. Currently, I can for the season. And again, looking forward to doing my best to qualify a spot for the Olympics and to representing Team USA at the Olympics. Heading into 2018, I definitely had a lot of rituals that I swore by and did not skate well. So I think, having had that experience, rituals for me is something like my new rituals to not do any rituals, right? So now I just try to avoid anything. Every single day is a new day. Every opportunity is a new opportunity. Every competition is going to be different. So if I stick to some ritual that I think has some, performance benefit, it likely won't have much of a benefit. And as for cold weather, fortunately, I'm in a pretty regulated rink most of the time. So, the current actually Olympic gear is super nice. So, just things to keep me warm. I guess like hand warmers are also great. Yeah. So over the past few years, I've had really great opportunities to compete at these competitions. And fortunately, they, for the most part, all went pretty much, to the best of my abilities at that time. At the previous Olympics did give me, the new sort of insight to realize that skating, while is incredibly important and the thing that I have literally done every single day of my life since I was 3, also is something that is just a passion project for me, like although that sounds a little, maybe that I don't necessarily care so much about skating, but more so just like, skating is important and that's what I've been doing. And that is what my life has been. Just take a step away from skating, I won't be able to skate for the rest of my life. And I think having the realization that every competition is just a great opportunity for me to show the work that I've been putting in, as well as just know that I have a limited number of competitions in my life. I think that over the past 4 years, there's definitely been a lot of opportunities to learn more about what's going on in the world. And I think, again, going back to my previous answer, I've spent my entire life since I was 3 years old basically in an ice rink. But fortunately, I was able to also go to college. The real world is like. I think that we're so sheltered as athletes, being in this little bubble all the time, saying the same people, not really knowing what else is going on, and just being like, hey, what? Our job is to skate. We're at the rink. We come in at 8 a.m. and we leave at 6 p.m. We're here to skate. Nothing else matters. We're just here to work. But then also being able to switch away from that for the past couple of years and sort of recognize that, and then as well as just saying all this stuff come to light over the past period of time during the pandemic and whatnot. I think it's just great to be able to, you can create whatever positive influence that you can. I mean, that's incredible. And truly, the next generation of women's figure skating. So, what she's doing is beyond anything that I could have done at her age. So it's truly inspirational to be able to see that happen. But yeah, I mean, my goal in skating has always just been like, hey, I just want to continue pushing myself forward, do the best that I can. Every single opportunity that I have to get on the ice, try to be better than I was the previous day. And I think that, just having had the opportunities to do and all of that to continue improving myself just gave me the opportunity to continue showing the work that I've been putting in. And I think that also growing up in Salt Lake, and having the Olympics to have that sort of motivator allowed me to recognize how cool it is to be an athlete and what the Olympics are like. And I don't necessarily feel like me individually is creating that, but I think that, having the idea of the Olympics, the next generation of athletes will be able to watch this next Olympics and be like, wow, that was so cool. And then be like, hey, maybe I want to try stepping on the ice or, stepping on the slopes or whatever it might be. And just using that as inspiration, because that's definitely what drove me to want to be an athlete.